I won, but I'm sad that no one else was here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And that's no slight to anyone else. It's more so like I just wish that there were more people so that no one can discredit this one as a fluke in particular. But we'll talk about singles in a minute. Right now, it's winners finals. Wait, am I reading that right? Winners finals? I mean, I definitely was expecting CosmicCosmos and AeroLink. But Slaps in Awestin? Where did Awestin come from?
Where Awestin always comes from. You know, occasionally he just slides in. He's like, hey, guys. And they're like, well, Awestin, where you been? He's just like, hello, you know. And he destroys everyone.
So on top of the fact that we have players like Wobbles in the building, as well as Gio, Jason Phenom, we also have Awestin reappearing out of nowhere. I mean, this is going to be ridiculous to watch. Ridiculous. Words can't even describe it. My mind is ready to be blown. I know that the folks in chat are ready to have their minds blown as well. I almost left out the mind part, and then that would have been really bad.
Not very esports.
Not very esports, but I mean, demographics. Getting into the first game. So where do you think we're going to be going? We have the team of Awestin and Slaps, which is going to be a Ness as well as an Ike against AeroLink and CosmicCosmos. Of course, Cosmos with the Corrin and AeroLink with the Bayonetta.
I could see them just going to the standard Smashville. I don't think they're so. Most of the times, whenever I think about like the first stage, it's whether or not either character dislikes Smashville, and I don't think any of these characters particularly dislike the Smashville and like any of the singular matchups that are in this match. So I think they'll probably be fine just going to it, but I don't know.
That's right. And while Ness can do a lot of really great things on Smashville by changing together a lot of fairs and options like that off stage, the issue is that I think a lot about what CosmicCosmos Corrin is so good at doing, and that's edge guarding. Using that Dragon Lunge just to really just dismember anyone that's trying to make it back onto the stage. So Awestin might have to rethink his strategy from time to time, and that's, I think, we're going to be seeing a lot more grabs than fairs from him. Game number 1 underway, and already CosmicCosmos nearly taking Awestin off the top on stage right.
Yeah, the OP from Corrin, not quite as scary as some characters like Zero Suit, but it is something that will kill people if they're not looking for it, if she does catch them exceptionally high.
Definitely a lot of things to consider. It's Team OG versus Team Pay to Win.
Yeah.
The super DLC bros in the building.
Yeah, versus the old brawl guard.
Oh, but there was nothing old about that smash attack. Looking so fresh as it is indeed the cause of Austin's death. Slaps maybe following suit very shortly afterwards as well, getting caught in one of AeroLink's combos, and he's going to be able to convert that, but Awestin coming in, putting in a little bit of punishment, saying you can't take my teammate out for free. And look, right there, getting the damage on CosmicCosmos, and Slaps picking up 2 quick kills right in succession. Beautiful, beautiful play. The blue team, they seemed out very early on, but they were so quick to bring it back.
Yeah, the damage output from Slaps and just the kill power that Ike brings to the table is very, very scary. You mean Ness is no slouch kill power either. With his back throw and back air and all sorts of different stuff. But Ike, basically, any move he hits you with is going to kill you.
Exactly, and that's why we're going to be seeing, I think, Awestin as the primary damage dealer, and we're probably going to be seeing Slaps as the finisher. Now, keep in mind, like you mentioned before, Ness, no stranger to having a plethora of KO options himself.
Yeah, I think that's actually, so they did actually go to Town and City instead of Smashville, which I think was a pretty good pick for the red team, since Bayonetta gets a lot of kills off the top, converting into the up air that we saw earlier, since she can carry your opponents up really, really high. And Corrin's a lot of kill moves, like you see that up there, right there, that barely didn't kill. Basically, all of her stuff will kill off the top, aside from her F smash and her side B, and like the random back airs off stage, which are less, you get those less often than you get grabs or up airs or counters.
And while we're talking about Corrin, we have to keep in mind that for Awestin to really put in the work that he's hoping to do, he has to kind of get up close and personal to some extent. And that's something that Corrin is really good at, is just keeping you out with those really long ranges that Corrin possesses. And so it might be a bit more difficult than Awestin is hoping for. Do you think there might be a potential switch where we see Awestin just going and focusing primarily on Bayonetta and maybe Slaps focusing a bit more on Corrin?
Normally that wouldn't be a bad strategy, but this is AeroLink we're talking about. He's a very slippery fish. He usually likes to play the evasive person in teams who just kind of runs around and makes it really, really hard for anyone to get any solid hits on him. So I don't know if they'll be able to do that, especially against Bayonetta, since she has such a strong aerial presence. You know, she can fall up in the air, and then there's so many different things she can do. She can fall down with neutral airs. You know, she can do standard double jump bait. She can witch time and, you know, randomly kill you for you trying to contest her. She can do her, you know, her dive kick and convert into big damage. So it's pretty scary to try and pressure her whenever she's up in the air.
Speaking of conversions, the blue team, they were down by quite a bit by taking that stock against CosmicCosmos. All of a sudden made this game significantly closer. A chance. Slaps, however, coming up just short, gets his hands again on I believe that was AeroLink, but right there during that sprawl, it seems like Awestin ends up finding his final stock being diminished, and now it's a 2v1.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Slaps. If CosmicCosmos was also at kill percent, this would be a lot easier since, you know, Ike's kill power, he's going to be able to finish off anyone at kill percents relatively easily. But yeah, even if he does get the kill on AeroLink, like right like that. And okay, now it's looking pretty even. But Cosmos getting the hard conversion off of the neutral beat.
And I think that's what made that 2v1 so tough, is even if Slaps is able to get the kill on Bayonetta, he still has to deal with CosmicCosmos. And like we were touching on before the game even started, CosmicCosmos, out of the last 3 Shockwaves he's attended, he's gotten top 4 at every single one and placed first at 2 of them. So as far as singles go, that's his jam.
Yes. That
That is his bread and butter. Few folk have really even been able to take sets, even games off of this Corrin. So Slaps would definitely have a very, very tough fight ahead of him either way. But, you know, overall, I don't think I've ever seen these two play together before, Awestin and Slaps. But I just like their synergy. Slaps just seems to be in the right position at the right time more often than not. And that just goes really well with what Awestin is trying to achieve. Just trying to be in there, put in as much damage as he possibly can to ensure that if Slaps can get that touch, it's always that touch of death.
Yeah, you don't need too much damage for a lot of times, you know, if Ike's getting those good touches, he will be killing you very, very early. But yeah, despite the fact they're not really 2 people that team together, like, I don't know if they've ever played Smash 4 teams together. Maybe like PM or Brawl.
I don't even know if they've played a set together, truth be told, as far as Shockwave goes.
Well, maybe not Shockwave. Probably not Shockwave, but in older games. So they both players were
they were
very
in
active
Brawl.
in the Brawl scene.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm sure they played at some point in time in some game somewhere. but yeah, their synergy is looking pretty good for a team that's coming right off the bat.
Definitely. They're going to need that synergy. Cosmos and AeroLink actually a game away now from going to Grand Finals. Let's see if they can maybe be stopped in their tracks right here. And we're running it back to Town and City. We're noticing AeroLink coming down with a lot of nairs, and you'll notice that he's willing to just hold A almost. Oh my god, okay. Forget the analysis for a second. I just forgot that whatever Awestin does, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all.
But I think that's what you need, especially going against a team like this, is you need the wild card.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I think Awestin brings to the table.
Yeah, I don't think Awestin has any experience against the DLC characters, but Awestin still does bring that sort of that as you said, the wild card to the table, where
that's right.
He will do things that don't make sense and will work, and you'll look at it and you'll be like, why did that work? I don't understand.
And I'm looking at CosmicCosmos in particular. While Awestin may not have any experience against DLC characters, how much experience does CosmicCosmos have against Awestin per se?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Either way, though, red team again returning seemingly in dominant fashion, taking the initial stocks off of the blue team. Things are looking pretty solid for them. It's going to be really about retaining this stock as long as they can and trying to be the stock tank here more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with taking them back to Town and City, since the red team has so much better kill power off of the top. Slaps did get some pretty early kills with up airs in late game, but that's going to be less consistent than what red team is going to be dishing out.
Especially since with AeroLink, it's just consistent up airs being that finisher. And Cosmos having such a long range and good knockback on his up air means that he's going to be privy to using that option as well. One stock difference separating the 2 teams. We talked about Slaps' devastating KO potency, and looking at CosmicCosmos, he has the right percentage, but instead he's going to use that percentage, that rage, to ensure that Austin's taken off the top.
And that was a really low kill. He was at 83 after the up B killed him.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. Forward smash, but Slaps finds the opening because of it. Ends up taking the stock from AeroLink. Tough spot for the blue team, but think that's going to help them a little bit. I believe that was a forward air from Slaps. Ends up cutting up another stock.
Yeah, very good coverage covering the ledge hop. Oh, but yeah, that kick from the side B definitely going to kill at that percent.
And again, Slaps from that vulnerability platform, he's not afraid to go for those up airs. And whoa, where did AeroLink stocks go?
Oh, but just like that, CosmicCosmos gets the down air to back air. I don't know, that looked like it was almost true. Don't know if it was just because of the DI.
You know, I'll pick his brain afterwards.
No. I know Corrin can get some guaranteed stuff, like down air to side B is actually guaranteed at some percents. But yeah, I don't know, back air, that seems like a bit much.
Now it's Slaps against the world. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be incredibly tough.
Yes.
Maybe near impossible as AeroLink strings together just a fantastic sequence. And that's it. 2-0 in favor of Team DLC.
And that was off of a grab, too. So that was one thing that, people were talking about early on. It's like, oh, Bayonetta doesn't really have anything off throws, though, so it's okay to shield. But he grabbed him at, like, 30.
And then he's done.
And then he was dead. Maybe he had him 30, but regardless, getting grabbed and having that happen to you.
It's
from a reasonable
scary.
percent. That is scary.
It's pretty scary, but yeah,